Like most people, I like to start my day off with a nice cup of coffee, and my favorite way to make it is to use what's called a mocha. We learned about these when we were traveling in Italy, and it's a great way. It's the closest thing you can make to espresso without having an expensive espresso machine. When we first got it, though, I was a little confused on how to use it, so I'm going to teach you today how to make your coffee using a mocha. I picked this one up at TJ Maxx for about, I think it was like 12 or $16, something like that. You can buy them on Amazon. You can find them all over the place, but I do find TJ Maxx gets them pretty often at really reasonable prices. Another nice thing about a mocha pot is that it's portable. So we've used these on fires. We've used them on wood burning stoves. So basically, as long as you have a heat source, you take it to the cabin, you can take it to the campsite, and still get high quality coffee without having to bring stuff that takes up a ton of space. The fact that it unscrews into pieces too becomes really small, and because it's aluminum, it's very light. Take your mocha and you're going to unscrew the top part from the bottom. And inside, this is the tray that you're going to put your coffee grounds in. This is where we're going to put our water. So they each have a dot right here, and you're going to fill the water up just to the bottom of that dot. If you don't, you'll get water into your coffee grounds, and we don't want that. We want the steam to come up and to go through coffee grounds. So let's go ahead and fill it up with some fresh water. And now let's grind our coffee. And this makes enough for 2 cups of coffee, which is perfect for my wife and I each morning. Now I grind my coffee fresh each morning because I think you get better flavor out of it, and I buy it kind of in bulk, and so I get the whole beans. But if you buy it in smaller amounts, let's say there's only one of you and you're not going through it too much, then you could definitely have pre-ground coffee. If you do and you use the grinder at the store, make sure you use the espresso grind. We'll drop our beans in, and we're gonna grind it until it's really fine. So you can see there the consistency, the texture. It's a very, very fine grind. I'm going to take our filter here. We'll just put it in the top right above that water. And let me grab a spoon and we'll fill the coffee in. Now when you fill your coffee in this filter, it's important that you want to fill it up all the way, but you don't want to pack it down tightly. You're going to pack just a little bit. Like that, that's about perfect. Maybe another half a spoonful. Like that. But we don't want it packed down all the way because then it's going to have a hard time getting the steam up through it. This is the closest thing that you're going to get, in my opinion, to a good quality espresso without an expensive espresso machine. So now we're ready to go. We're going to put this on the burner on medium heat. And what's going to happen is this is going to heat up and the water is going to turn into steam, go up through our coffee, and then our finished product will sit in this top half of the mocha. So we'll just put it on our small burner. We'll run that on medium. And what's going to happen, you're going to hear it start to boil up, and you basically are just going to allow that until you kind of stop hearing it. It kind of boils and slops out, and eventually it'll stop and you'll just see steam coming out of the spout. And then your espresso will be all ready. And if you want to add froth milk or heated milk and make a latte or a cappuccino, you can definitely do that. It makes awesome coffee drinks. If you're using your mocha on a gas range, which I wish I had a gas range, and the burner's too big, you can buy a reducer that will allow the mocha to sit on the gas range. And so you don't have to have an electric, you can do either way. In fact, most of what we used in Italy were gas ranges, but they did have that reducer on that allowed the mocha pot to sit on it and to work well. So now you can hear the water boiling, you can see some steam coming out, and what's happening is, again, that water is turning into steam that's coming up through the coffee grounds and then going into the top chamber to give us just a delicious coffee. Like I say, in my opinion, it's the closest thing that you can get to espresso, and some people still call it espresso, but without, it doesn't have the pressure though that's used to make espresso, so it's slightly different, but the flavor is delicious, and again, no fancy equipment to be able to do it. The bubbling sounds have stopped, and we just have some steam coming out, so we know that our coffee is ready. And if we look here in the top, you'll see our coffee's in there. Don't want to let out too much of the heat. Time-wise, that takes about 15 minutes. So it's the perfect amount of time that you can go and get ready for your work or school or whatever it is that you're going to do for the day, and then come out and have your coffee ready. You can put it in a to-go cup, or you can do what we like to do, have a nice cappuccino. Let's put that together now. If you like more of an Americano, you can definitely take this and go a ratio of 2-to-1 hot water to coffee and get a nice Americano. But we like cappuccino, so you can see it's really nice and dark, really thick. And we're just gonna fill our mugs here. And you get out of this coffee, or out of this mocha pot, I believe you get, judging on these, is probably about 8 ounces total. But again, this is very concentrated. This isn't an Americano. It's not like something you're gonna get out of a Keurig or a coffee pot. It's a really nice concentrated flavor. And now I'm just gonna add my froth milk. And I'm not fancy. I can't do designs and stuff yet anyway. There we go. One for the missus. There we go. We're looking at 2 delicious cappuccinos and ready to start our day. So if you found this useful, go ahead and subscribe, like, follow, comment with any questions or what you'd like to see me make next. And my goal is to always give you ways to live your life better, easier, and less expensive, and just to enjoy life as it is. Thanks for watching.